Good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's very early as usual. I'm just getting into the swing of what I need to be saying. Good morning, Miss Maggie. So it is just gone 3:30 in the morning and we are going eventing, and it's a really exciting day because we're taking Mr. Titan. So hopefully he'll have woken up a little bit by the time we're going, but we've got a lot to do and we are leaving at 5 a.m. so let's get into it. Okay then everybody, while I am giving my tech the quickest wipe over ever, I thought I'd talk to you about today. Today we are going to Frickley Horse Trials, which holds some of the regional qualifiers for badminton grassroots. It's a fairly local event to us anyway. We've been quite a lot over the years, and we've had some success there, and we've had other mishaps there, such as falling off at a random stream while in the lead back in sort of that year, funny COVID year that happened to Maggie and I. Anyway, we're heading there, and one of my goals for the start of this year was to qualify for badminton grassroots regionals, and I didn't know if I'd manage it because the rules were on double clears, and I'd kind of hoped that we'd have the usual rules of getting in the top 10 or 20%, I can't remember exactly what it was, but that wasn't how the rules started for this year. But there was a change of the rules later on in the season, which meant that all three of my horses qualified, which is incredible, and I was so proud to have them all qualified. So I had everybody entered for Frickley. I had Titan entered for the 90, and Maggie and Donut entered for the 100. So the 90's today, the 100 qualifier is tomorrow. And then we've had a bit of a rocky path getting everybody to the event. So I've worked really hard getting them super duper fit and ready, and then we've had a little bit of bad luck, unfortunately. Maggie has thrown a splint, which is the first splint I've ever actually dealt with, like coming up. And so I have unfortunately withdrawn her, but by the same token, when she was unsound, I was very worried that it could be something a lot more sinister. And when we sort of confirmed that it was just the splint, I was disappointed at the withdrawal, but bouncing off the walls with happiness that it's not something that she's going to have to look over her shoulder for the rest of her career with. And I think it's just one of those things for her that she's having a little bit of a bitty year. But by the same token, if you think about anybody that's been really seriously ill in hospital, you end up with your immune system a bit lower, and I think more people than you'd expect have niggles for a little while after that. And we've got to remember, this time last year Maggie was off games and I didn't know if she would come back, so of course she's going to have a couple of niggles here and there this year, but the main thing is that she's happy and she will be sound. And well, she is sound now. I mean, just take a look at this. Maggie had 5 minutes out in the field the other day, and that's what she did to her new shoe, my poor farrier. So she is feeling more than well, and I cannot wait to start working her again because she is driving me ever so slightly insane. She's bouncing off the walls like Amber would probably call her a pogo rabbit. So yeah, so Maggie's not running, and then Titan's running today, and that's what this vlog is about. 1, 2, 3, this one. And I'm so excited to run him. He's not had a run for a long time, not since Epworth. He's had a few little niggles that I've worked through, and I'm so proud of how he is now looking and feeling, because he feels insane, absolutely incredible. So I'm hoping for a good run today. Whether I can contain him in the dressage, because he's not had a prep run or anything, and the likes, I don't know. But you know what, we'll give it our best shot. And then the other news to chat to you about is Darling Donutty. He's due to run tomorrow, but he's given us the hairiest week ever as well, because on Tuesday, despite being perfectly sound at the gallops in the morning, when I came to trot him up for his physio in the evening, I could see that he was slightly not quite right, and she could, and we had a feel, and there was a digital pulse. So we identified that an abscess, which he'd had a fortnight before, had obviously just had a little bit of a tiny bit that had stuck around, and it had obviously come back with this horrible wet warm weather we've been having. So he had his shoe off on Wednesday morning, and I've been poulticing him like a crazy lady. And last night he was actually finally sound, touch some wood. So I'm going to pray that he's still sound and he's still improving. I need to redo his poultice this morning, so I've got a lot to do, as well as bathing and plaiting Titan. And then I've got to leave him in ready for the farrier, because the farrier is going to come at 4. Wonderful Gracie's going to come and hold him for the farrier, and he's going to have his little shoe. I've got a pile of shoes over there. He's going to have his little shoe back on, and hopefully we will get our run tomorrow, because he'll have only actually had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. I'll dressage school him tonight, after we've competed, and hopefully all will be well. But yeah, that catches you up to speed, and I really need to get going now, so I'm going to put you into a montage. Bye!
You found me when I couldn't see the surface, and you pulled me to the shore. You held me in your arms when I was broken, when this world's still making sense to me. I can't sleep, not in this bed, if you aren't in and out. No, I can't breathe, it's killing me. No, you won't be around. Everything, you meant everything, now I'm losing out. 'Cause I just can't imagine what it'd be like, trying to laugh when you were the one who gave me the chance to try to get by, knowing inside I still miss you. To say I'm alright, but every night I still need you. I want you back to me. I want you back to me. Okay, I know I messed up. 너 같이 있을 때 잘할 걸. Can we not tonight? 내 맘을 알아줘. 'Cause we fight and you say you hate me, that you don't believe when I'm sorry. 넌 같이 너와 나 since the end. 'Cause I can't sleep, not in this bed. 너 없이 허전해. 난 못 참아. It's killing me. 너무 보기 싶어서. Everything you meant everything to me. 'Cause I just can't imagine what it'd be like, trying to laugh when you were the one who gave me the chance to try to get by, knowing inside I still miss you. To say I'm alright, but every night I stare at the wall, losing my mind, and try to pretend I don't want you back to me.
So we are here, aren't we, Amy? But we've not got very far. We're just waiting for rescue because, yeah, it's a bit slick. And we've just come in the gate there, and we're already stuck. But I think they're just going to be for a day of fun because it's rained quite a lot overnight. So I have got the grill out, and I have put on our tow hitch, and we're now waiting to be dragged into position.
Alright, let's take a look at our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Got the Tropicana, fresh cut sushi on a platter. Brandy, honey, it don't matter, shots till I drop. Gonna be 24/7, golden hour like a boss. And they say, yo, guess you got a 2 o'clock appointment for a champagne shot, oh yeah. I'm busy trying to take you higher, got no time for never, only spending cheddar. Wish I could do this forever, chilling with the hottest company. They all wanna welcome me.
Good boy.
Penthouse suite, yeah, now I got the key. Rooftop pool, got a heli on speed. Ocean view from the highest peak. I'm complete, oh, I want this to stay. Please don't go away. Sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break.
Okay then, let's take a look at this dressage test. Now, unfortunately, I don't have my dressage test sheets yet. One of my friends has collected them for me, but I've not seen them, so I can't give you the judges' feedback. So you will be having to just do with my feedback from the test on watching right now. So this centre line felt very straight for me, and he was quite consistent in maintaining a rhythm. He was a little bit tight in the neck at the start here. Titan finds championship boards very exciting, and yes, so I was having to work hard, but I do remember he settled as the test went on. He could maybe have been slightly more through and over his back, and I imagine this improved as the test went on as well, because he will have settled. He was pretty fresh, as you can see, pretty excited to be back out and about after a bit of a break, but his overall picture is very smart, and as you can see, it's settling down. The 15-meter circle right here, looking a good size so far. It's bane of my life trying to get a 15-meter circle the right size. I spend hours practicing at home, and here he's starting to really look better over his back. He has to walk for 4 to 5 steps, and he does bang on 4.5, and then we are changing on the diagonal, and now I really think he's starting to settle in, where at the beginning we probably should have been on 6s. I'd like to think that he was on 7s at this stage. And as you can see in the background, there is a lot going on. There's all the flags, there's some trade stands, there's a big marquee. It's quite windy, and there's a lot of the morning hustle and bustle happening. So then here we're in our free walk on a long rein. He stretches down quite well. If I were sat on Maggie, I'd be asking for more stretch, but for Titan that was pretty good. The walk was active and an obedient transition to medium walk and trot, and likewise a good transition into the canter. I'd actually come out of the test wondering if I was lacking impulsion, and looking at this video I would say we were bang on. You wouldn't have wanted him any more forward, to be fair. Quite pleased with my size of these 20-metre circles. I had to give and retake the reins there, as you could see. That's why my arms were forward, and he stayed on the contact pretty much the whole way through. And then we did a half 15-metre circle and back to the track with a trot transition just before S, which he does really neatly, bless him. And then we're changing the bend, and as we come between C and M, we'll go up to canter right. And it was a very sweet canter transition. I was really pleased with this. And onto another 20-metre circle with a give and retake over the second centre line. His right give and retake tends to be a bit better than his left. And you can see he just continues as if I've not given him the reins at all, which is great. And then from P we do another half 15-metre circle where he's maintaining the bend, he's maintaining his rhythm, and then we're coming back to the track at R with a trot just before R, so it's starting to introduce a little bit of canter, and again he did that very obediently. I didn't think this was his best test ever, but I thought it was a very smart test and had the potential to put us quite high up in the placings. As it was, I think we got a 32.3, which had us about middle of the field, and this halt was atrocious, but not bad for a fresh Titan who's not competed in a while. Let's go on to the course walk next. Okay, that's the dressage done. He was a good boy. I didn't know if it was maybe lacking impulsion, but Mum and Amy thought it was good. So we'll see how it goes. I'm now going to the cross country, where I hope the ground is holding up okay, because it's been quite skiddy everywhere else. But my dressage arena was good. They had such a downpour last night, but anyway, wait till you see the course walk. Right then, here is the course walk. At Frickley, they are pros at dressing the fences and the course and making it look big and imposing and have a good championship feel. So it was quite nice. We started off on the standard 90 course just to get a few fences in. So we were on white numbers, so not this closest triple bar type flower thing. It was the one slightly further away, which was shared with the 90. Really nice ascending fences to get us into it. This was then our first fence that was separate from the standard 90 course, and we actually had about 30 seconds galloping from 3 till this fence, and then another 30 seconds until the hedge back up the hill. And then we came to this, which I'd probably say was the first question on course. Firstly, I had to figure out that I didn't jump that fence that we've just seen. We needed to jump just this number 6 here on its own, so we then had to go inside the other A part for the other classes and then make sure that we got straight and the horses didn't get as long to have a look and assess where their feet were dropping away. We then hurtled down the hill to come to this fairly decent pink white upright and then to a slightly angled shoulder brush, and you can see the straight line there. Nice little let up triple bar and straight on to the water. So the questions start coming thick and fast from fence 6 onwards. Then we had shotgun cartridge, run through the water to the skinny brush there, and I was a bit like, oh, there's no Christmas trees to hold us in, but at least it wasn't like super skinny. And then we had to come up the slope. There was 2 approaches there, but I decided I'd go through the trees and up the slope and then over the little triangle fence and then on to the hedge with a good gallop. These hedges jump beautifully. And then we had to sneak on down through this little stream crossing. Don't disrespect those. You can easily have a mishap there even though it's not flagged. And then this is the fence that people will take loads of pictures of with a ditch, but as you can see, you can't really see the ditch. It's not that scary. And then there's a chair, and then I'd say this was one of the last questions on course. A decent shoulder brush, and then a curving line down to the corner, slight downhill approach, so you need to get sat up and balanced to get central for your corner and then gallop away. Obviously it's an A-B, so there's no option to turn a circle, you have to do it direct. Then splish splash splosh through the water and then up and out over the teeny tiny log. Should be fairly straightforward. And on your way home there was 2 offset logs through the trees. Light into dark, you have to bear in mind horses' eyes take longer to adjust than ours, so you have to give them a bit of time to see it. I always really respect these walls here. You don't want to be going flat out at them, so we want some time in hand to jump the last few fences and hopefully gallop through the finish all happily. Right then, let's take a look at the show jumping.
Traffic now, this is dark room with about Evangeline to the Wedding Cliff.
I try for you, baby, to take the higher road, to be someone you're proud of, but I've been lost lately. I don't know what is right or wrong. Ooh, I always like me better when I'm around you. Ain't no place I'd rather be. You got this energy that always surrounds you. It's everything I'll ever need. The devil on my shoulder's almost gone. Ooh, I always like me better when I'm around you. Around you, oh yeah. Call me some night when you got time. I won't be asleep anyway, 'cause I just need one reason to keep on breathing. Tell me you'll come back to stay. I try for you, baby, to take the higher road, to be someone you're proud of, but I've been lost lately. I don't know what is right or wrong. Ooh, I always like me better when I'm around you. Ain't no
We were so close, yet so far I've been kicking myself because I was convinced I'd made a mistake, because I was really confused why he stopped, because he doesn't stop, and I was sure we were committed. And then I've just watched and reviewed the video, and you can see he slid. His whole back end went underneath him, and he slid on takeoff, and the poor lad had no chance. So one of those things. I've just been down to find a tractor to rescue us because we've attempted pulling off, but yet again we got stuck. So we're gonna head home and go find out if Donutty is okay once his shoe goes on. So fingers crossed. How are we doing, ladies? Amy's got her bestie, the grill, while Mom is now a pro at being towed, and I am now a pro at putting in the tow hitch. So we have learnt something today, haven't we? We have. Hey guys, I'm back. I've been for a couple of hours breather after sorting out the jobs, and look who I'm sat on. So Donny's had to pass 2 trot ups with Mum and I to get to this stage. One at 3 o'clock to, good boy, this way now, to decide if the farrier can definitely come or whether I'm going to put him off. And then another once the farrier was here and his shoe was on. So we decided that yes, he was absolutely fine with those trot ups. So I'm now going to give him a quick school and see how he is. And we're still making decisions on tomorrow. Beastie is out in the field. Hello, darlings. Good babies. He's come home a tiny bit stiff, which it's never how I would ever want to bring one of my horses home, but it's also slightly inevitable after the sort of slip he took, given that he slid a good few meters to be able to climb up the fence. So we've all wrenched ourselves a little bit. So he's getting everything he needs at the minute. I think staying out in the field is the right answer, but I'll make a decision as to whether he needs to come in tonight. And for now, I'm going to give Donny a dressage school, and we'll make a decision on later. And I'm trying not to be too late tonight because I'm feeling a little bit exhausted. Okay then, I'm off. My Donutty. Hi kids. Good babies. Say hi. I'm off my Donutty, and I've just realised I've got my top on back to front. Oh dear. Right, I've schooled him. Yes, he is sound on trot up. Yes, he is sound to school. But you know when you know your horse, and he is not quite right yet. And if I go and take him tomorrow, I will be worrying about him, because I am not someone who's about to run an unsound horse. As such, he needs to be 110%. As we've learnt today, anything can happen, and I am a competitor through and through. It is what I love to do. But first and foremost, these horses, all of them, are my utmost priority. And Maggie's running away from me, and I put them first beyond anything else, because they're my love, aren't you? Good boy. Good boy. So Curly Tops and I are here with the baler going past, so I'm fetching him in because I don't like him staying out while harvest is going on for the pollen. We're going to say thank you so much for watching. We are sure there are better days coming, and just watch. Just you wait and see. we will rise from the ashes and I will have 3 sound horses again. You can tell Maggie is absolutely sound. I'm ringing the vet for a chat tomorrow about her splint that she's thrown, and you will be fine, won't you? He says, I got not a mark on me. I'm just a little bit stiff because I'm a tiny bit older and I've taken a wrenching today. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Not every day goes as it's planned, but there are definitely positives out of it. So we will see you very soon.